limited aspects of the mind, and what limited aspects of the mind you are aware of is just the conscious mind. Even the conscious mind, which is the smallest dimension of the mind, even that, if you're truly sincere with yourself, you'll find even the experience of the conscious mind you're not really totally aware of. So in the East, there's a very convenient analogy of what is the inner anatomy of the mind of man, which is described as a chariot. So the physical chariot corresponds to the physical body. Then you have the horses of the chariot. These are the sense organs that you're using to carry yourself through in the world. The eyes and seeing, the nose and smelling, the hands and touching, the ears and hearing. Besides the physical chariot and the horses of the chariot, you have also the driver of the chariot. This is the discrimination of the intellect. As you're passing yourself through in the world, you need to put the discrimination of the intellect to use. Which direction you have to move. The driver of the chariot, he has to be aware of all the other drivers on the road, which direction to move, which direction not to move. Discrimination of the intellect is totally essential for your survival. But besides the driver of the chariot, there is also another character. There is also the rider of the chariot. And the rider of the chariot, he is just simply sitting there as a witness. See, whenever you're involved in any kind of activity in the world, if your attention becomes sensitive, you will notice there are these two aspects of you that are involved. One part of you is the actor, the doer, the sense of identity. Another aspect of you is just simply a witnessing awareness. Just absorbing pure experience without reflection, without clinging to judgments. Just an open space of pure consciousness. So that witness is just like he's sitting there in the movie hall. All the images that are passing by on the movie screen, that is your experience of the mind. So he's simply sitting there, choicelessly observing. He cannot do anything else. That is his very nature. So this is why it's not a question of my awareness, your awareness, his awareness, her awareness. Awareness by itself is totally impersonal. It's an impersonal intelligence on its own. And if you really look into this, everything that's happening in your experience, where is it happening? It's only happening in the field of your awareness. So awareness, this analogy that I give for awareness is like vast, empty space, flooded in all directions. Like vast empty space, space contains all the planets and stars and galaxies, the countless galaxies that exist in the universe. You cannot imagine the size of this universe, but space is all-pervading, containing all forms, in exactly the same way. Everything that's happening in the field of your experience, your awareness is just like empty space, where small happenings are there. Happenings of thought, happenings of emotion coming and going, happenings of impressions coming and going. So part of the experience of meditation is just creating a small shift and becoming more anchored in this witnessing intelligence that's seeing through the eyes, hearing through the ears, smelling through the nose, tasting through the tongue. So when you become more grounded in this awareness, then there comes a certain equanimity. Does anybody know the word equanimity? When your mind becomes equanimous. Equanimous means you have a mind which can be totally active in the world, but a mind which can remain undisturbed, regardless of the conditions that you're experiencing in the world. Whether what is happening is experienced as pleasant or unpleasant, still there remains a certain silence of the mind that is unbroken.